Well, hey everybody, how are you? Going to do a answer to a question today about, but it'll pertain to two different areas. What if, number one, you're switching to a different career, and or you've been out of the workforce for, oh gosh, a long time because you've been a caregiver or you've been a stay-at-home parent, male or female, and it could be that you've been out of the workforce like I was for 7 years as a stay-at-home mom. But this is a question from someone on my Paralegal Coffee Talk page on Facebook. I've been out of the field and I have experience from a long time ago in an office. So what does that do for me, basically? Or you're switching to this career for the first time. So let's talk about that. Here are some questions for you. Do you type? Have you ever taken dictation? Doesn't matter whether you have or not, but just curiosity. Have you filed anything or organized anything where you worked? Have you worked with customers, like retail or as a cashier or in any capacity? Do you know Microsoft Word? Are you able to find mistakes in typing, something you've typed and you've read it back and you found the mistakes? Meaning, are you a good proofreader? Okay, so that could have happened. You could have done all those things 20 years ago in an office or in any other capacity. That doesn't mean those skills have disappeared. How are your typing skills? You see, you're not going to be what I like to call a baby attorney. As a paralegal, you're going to be an administrative expert. You're going to be a multitasker. You're going to be the assistant to the attorney. So depending on where you work, that will depend on what they're going to require you to do and what area of law you're going to be working in. You know, working in a nonprofit may take on a whole other set of skills that a private law firm may not require. So you just don't, you have to look at the area of law that you want to work in, or areas of law. I would look at more than one and find out, what do paralegals do? What do they do in those areas? And how do you find that out? Google should be your BFF. Don't look for, send me a link to that. I'm going to make you research because you need that skill. And I'm not talking about legal research. I'm talking about research about the position you want to land. Or maybe those jobs aren't open. Maybe there's a job open in personal injury that you can get your foot in the door there. Well, then learn all about personal injury. Maybe you want to get into family law, but there are no jobs available. Well, learn about family law, but learn about areas of law where there are jobs open right now. Okay, and learn about 2 or 3 of them. Dig down deep. What do paralegals do? Put that question in the Google search bar. What do paralegals do in personal injury? What do they do in business law or commercial law? What do they do in bankruptcy? What do paralegals do in, what's another one? Estate planning. So put all of those, fill in the blank. What do paralegals do? Or what are the duties of paralegals in, and fill in that area of law, okay? It's time to do your homework. And use a cheapy Dollar Tree notebook to track what you're learning, so you don't recreate the wheel when you want to go back and look at all the stuff you found. You don't want to do that all over again. Write down what you find. Put the website down you found, and just write it down. So nothing disappeared. If you have some skills from the past, or you're switching from a different career, what are those valuable skills that you're bringing? I don't mean I know how to work hard, I've got a strong work ethic, and I'm a quick learner. No, I don't mean that. Get down to specifics. What do you know how to do that would benefit the law firm? okay? And then search and find out, what do those paralegals do in those areas of law? You know, people will say, well, I don't get any callbacks. And I also, I went on an interview and I didn't ask a lot of questions. I didn't really ask any at all, and they didn't hire me. That's a big mistake, that you didn't ask any questions, because the attorney is very keen about that. They're very aware of the fact that somebody who isn't inquisitive enough may not ask questions when there's a problem, and may cause that law firm or that workplace a problem. So they want somebody who asks questions, okay? Just because you have a 2-year degree, or you're getting one, or you're getting a certificate, doesn't mean that's the key that opens the door. The key that opens the door is having skills that I just talked about, and also knowing what paralegals do in those areas. And I can guarantee you weren't taught that in those programs, okay? So you need to go find that out. When you're coming from a different workplace, like I did, I was an administrative assistant in a big corporation that I had no legal experience whatsoever. I was able to land the job based on my good skill sets, okay? And I knew nothing about the area of law they were in, none of that. But when you know about that area of law, and you know what paralegals do, and you figured that out, you've got to communicate that to the attorney before you ever go on an interview. And then you have to communicate it to the attorney in the interview. What is the value that you're bringing? How can you hit the ground running on day one? They do not run a school. Even if the ad says they offer training, that will be short-lived, because the attorney wants that placed in the ad to entice people, and then that person does not have time to train you. You know, they sincerely don't, and they don't want to do it either. They're expected to do all their work plus train you. It doesn't sit well, and it doesn't work. And so you learn all you can beforehand in order to nail that job and then succeed in that job. Don't sell yourself short on your skills that you already have. They're very valuable. But that whole thing about I have a strong work ethic and I am a quick learner, that does not help them. It's a good thing, but it doesn't help them, because they're not running a school once you join up to that and you're hired, okay? And they know this. That's why you're getting 0 callbacks, and why you think they only want experience. They're willing to hire you if you step up and show them that you know some things about that area of law and what paralegals do. So you have to communicate that. Place anything on your resume that you have learned in Microsoft Word. I mean, just put, you understand Microsoft Word Basic and Advanced, but make sure you know it, because there's no faking it till you make it in this business. So make sure that you go to YouTube and you find a teacher on there. No, I don't provide links. You go find it. Show what kind of researcher you are, and find that on YouTube. For technical stuff, you go to YouTube. For legal stuff, for learning about law and learning about what paralegals do, go to Google, okay? Veteran paralegals who've been in the field for, 1 or 2 decades or 3 decades, when they want to go and work in a different area of law, they do exactly what I'm telling you to do on Google. So now you know how to search. And now there's no excuses. And don't be afraid to go do that. Okay? And in order to get that information on how to help the attorney the best way possible, and first of all, what kind of cover letter you should write, how to search the job ads, and how to interview properly, how to handle your workload, and what are the 4 things you should use to handle your workload, and so much more. Come join us in mid-January for the next launch of the Paralegal Inner Circle class. Now, if all you need help with, excuse me a minute, if all that you need help with is cover letter, reading those job ads and dissecting them, and the interview, then go to my website, Paralegal Coffee Talk. I'll put the link below in the description box, and look for courses, and it'll take you to the entry-level paralegal job hunt kit that will have 3 modules in it. You can get that today. If all you need help with is the cover letter, then there's a wonderful class for Cyber Monday today, and that is $37 today. But after today, it goes up by $40. And that is 2 cover letters, several videos, and templates for you to have. The cover letter is so important in communicating what you know. And that's really what will get the attorney to call you. And I found that was the game changer for me when I learned how to do these cover letters. Excuse me. So, don't depend, if you're in a program right now, don't depend on that just being the key. That's something you'll be disappointed in. You have to know how to hit the ground running when you start, when you begin in that law firm. And if you don't and you get hired, you're going to be overwhelmed. So I would say, if you can wait to take my class in January, do it. And go ahead and enroll in mid-January when it's open again. If all you need is some help, then take the entry-level paralegal job hunt kit. If you just need help with your cover letter, then take that cover letter secrets class. That is, we're doing a Cyber Monday deal right now. So, okay, it goes off tomorrow morning. Okay, it will be up for 24 hours, but tomorrow morning around 8 or 9 o'clock, I will be taking that off, and it'll be back to the regular price. So where do you find it? I'll put a link to my website, and you can then go to the website, and then you will go to courses at the top, and you'll see it right there. Okay, have a great day. Any questions, comments, please ask. Don't hesitate, and I will talk to you in the next video. Take care. Bye.